Like, I think it's great that you guys are doing business as like friends and partners and people who've known each other for like over 10 years. But at the same time, it's also great to get it in writing and not just rely on your relationship as friends, because you never know. Sounds like there were a lot of like difficult questions.
Oh, yeah. Stuff I never thought about. And like Brandon, he would say how like certain things, like, am I allowing bad karma? I had that same thought, but I think it's because you do business with so many close people, you don't tend to think like that. Yeah. But I agree, I ain't thinking about that just because who the business is being done with.
Yeah, because when you start doing apartment complexes and larger stuff, I think that is bigger money into play. Sometimes that you never know.
And I always say, like, it's all cool, like, we friends, but when the money gets on the table, people can really start acting differently. And then it's like, okay, what do I do now? Because I didn't put it in writing. So who's right, who's wrong? How are we going to navigate this?
You're right. I appreciate that.
But
so what does it, do you see people usually have these contracts with a wholesale business for the most part? Being that we're going to expand past wholesaling, but in the beginning, I think wholesaling and creative financing is the business model, and to eventually buy and hold larger properties, would you say? But do you see people usually have contracts in place for starting small, I guess?
I'm finding I'm doing more contracts for people that are starting their real estate investing business, because they just want to make sure that they're starting their foundation right, and then springboarding from there. And I always say, like, the way you start your business really determines your business success. And if you don't start it correctly, then when things come down the pipeline, you're in like a bigger shithole. But if you start it right, then you can
I totally agree, because that's, for myself personally, to be not only helped us out, but educated us as well, and made us think for further in the future instead of in the moment right now. Like he said, me doing business, 32, probably been doing business since I was 25, 26. I haven't worked like a technical 9 to 5 since then. I've never had contracts, and it's been good. But it's good to polish and have this paperwork, as Jay say, no homeboy business. But I like homeboy business. It works for me. But
so
I totally
far, you've
understand.
Been lucky. So far, it's worked for you.
Yeah. So it works for me. But I appreciate you for educating us as well as doing the job as well. So. What's going on, people? So if you haven't already, make sure you book a consultation with Johnetta Paye and Associates. We just had a legal chat about forming or really legalizing and forming our real estate business, and it was definitely not only a success, but definitely an educational lesson, I would say. I learned a lot. Came in here just to really just draw up a contract, but I'm leaving with more knowledge, more information.
JPay has really opened my mind up to do bigger business. One thing I learned was no homeboy business, so to speak. So for us, being that we're friends, doing real estate together, we tend not to think of a lot of things that we would think of if we were doing business, let's say, with acquaintance, so to speak. So a lot of light has been shed, and we got some homework to do, but really professional, really thorough,